So as you guys know, the Mini-MBA program Business Wars is very important. It is one of your, as I keep telling you guys, it is 30% plus of your general examination, which you take at the end of the program, which of course is still structured in a presentation manner. You are not writing, you're going to be talking, presenting, and defending some business practical principles and applications. And I will keep emphasizing it because some people are not taking it serious and some teams are not bringing in the best work that they can bring in, because this is very important and a critical part of the program. And I want to emphasize, please, team members or team leaders, we are very conscious of people not participating. If you look at the instructions, where we indicated in the Business Wars instructions, we stated clearly that when you are starting your presentation, we need you to mention the names of your team members and only mention the names of team members who actively participated in the preparation of the Business Wars in your teams. And you have the permission to submit names of team members to Laurentine or Teresh or Gourmet, whoever, that these people are not active. So we are tracking those things. We need people that at the end, if they are certified, they earn it. They're certified because they did the work, they learned, they grew, they practiced, they did all the required activities to become better entrepreneurs and better business executives. Our programs are very practical. We are more concerned with the results you can produce while still in the program, even and then after the program. So it is very, very important. So in this Business Wars, we're looking at the partnership between UBA and Cellulant. And of course, you have all the instructions that we did give you. So we're going to break you into your groups just to give you time to do final preparations. Like, for example, make sure your PowerPoint is ready. This is the second edition, so you must have learned your lessons from the previous edition. I don't want to hear excuse like PowerPoint is not showing on all of that. We'll just give you 0 on 10 on PowerPoint presentation. I mean 0 on 5. PowerPoint alone is 5 marks. We look at how it is designed, the quality, just having PowerPoint alone is already 1 mark. Before the design, the structure, and all of that, the presentation carries other marks. So have a plan B. Don't only have one person to present their PowerPoint. What if the person has internet issues? What if electricity goes off? So 2, 3 people should be on standby to jump in and save. And that's what we're teaching you in the Mini-MBA program. A good business expert always has a plan B, always have a strategy, an action plan. What if this doesn't? What if sales are not going the way expected? What are you going to do to improve sales? Plan on how you're going to present, respect time. So remind the person who's going to present to respect time, because when you go above time, you get to lose marks. Of course, plan the quality of your presentation, etc., and all of that. Remember, we're judging you on 5 things: PowerPoint, presentation, engagement, questions, how you respond to questions, and the quality of your questions, teamwork. We're judging you how the quality of the teamwork that you present. So we're going to break you down, guys, now into groups. And I hope that you guys have planned for this. And if you understand carefully, the first Business Wars edition had you talking about a local business, a startup business in Cameroon. The second edition of this Business Wars is talking about a continental business, a partnership between 2 continental businesses across Africa. And your third edition of the Business Wars will be a global issue. We'll be handling a global business problem, because you need to be able to think locally, continentally, and of course in a global position as an expert. Because whether you like it or not, there are things that had happened at the continental stage that will affect your business. There are things that happen globally that will affect your business. So let us get straight to work. And the first theme, please remember to mute yourself if you're in a noisy environment. So the first battle is between, where's that list? The first battle we're looking at, Team 4 versus Team 1. Team 4 versus Team 1. Yes, Team 4, you can go ahead and share your screen. Team 4 leader, are you there? Or any Team 4 member?
Yes,
yes, we are there, Doctor. Trying to share the screen.
All right, good. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can everybody see my screen?
Very well.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. It's an honor to be here to present the March set for the 2022 Classic Mini-MBA Executive Program, which is being headed by the Executive President, Dr. Javnyuy Joybert. Okay, today we have the Business World Second Edition, and now it's group 4 that is presenting, and here are our members. The topic today is United Bank of Africa, UBA PLC, partners Cellulant to expand footprint in 19 African markets. Now we'll start by talking about the history of both companies, starting with UBA. Union Bank for Africa is a Nigerian Pan-African financial service group headquartered in Lagos and listed as a commercial bank by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Its chairman is Mr. Anthony Elumelu, and the CEO is Mr. Kennedy Uzoka. Union Bank has 12 subsidiaries operating in 20 African countries. You can see them, Cameroon being inclusive, and it also goes to stretch to the United States and in France. Union Bank is one of the largest financial services, one of the largest financial service groups in the African continent, and they provide commercial and retail banking services to more than 25 million customers. And they also do, additionally, UBA also offers pension custody and related services. This has to do with pension funds, for those that have an idea about pension funds. And in Cameroon to be specific, Union Bank has 20 branches with 46 payment centers in 7 of our regions, which means we are principally among those that are consuming the services of Union Bank, United Bank of Africa. Now, let's move to their achievements. The achievements of United Bank. The bank has won consecutive Bank of the Year for 2012, 2013, 2016, and 2021 in Cameroon, and the KPMG 2014 and 2015, the Best Consumer Service Bank Award and the Visa Prepaid Card Award in 2015, and the Innovation of the Year, which shows what strength they actually have. Now let's talk about Cellulant. Cellulant is a leading Pan-African payment company that provides locally relevant and alternative payment methods for global, regional, and local merchants. They provide a single API payment platform that enables businesses to collect payments online and offline while allowing anyone to pay from their mobile money, local and international cards or direct from the bank. In 2001, two young African men from opposite ends of the continent sat across from each other at the dinner table, which led to a discussion over a cup of tea. They came up with an idea to build Cellulant, and they called the business Cellulant, paying homage to the growing mobile phone penetration in Africa, but also symbolizes the importance of a cell, that the smallest structure and functional unit of life that when combined with the cell builds a whole body. This is born from Cellulant's deepest beliefs that it is the power of being connected that enables us to accomplish more together, we as Africans. Now, we'll talk about the impact of the partnership between United Bank of Africa and Cellulant. And the first point we'll be talking about is about efficiency. The merge between these two companies will enhance or bring forth greater efficiency in the operation of the UBA activities by ensuring Cellulant payment gateway. This is because there will be excellent delivery of convenient services to customers, which will expand the range of payment options to them. We know that as customers, every day we are demanding and we need more. And with the introduction of new banks like the Bank and other banks that are coming in, financial institutions and banks, they need to step up. Now, let's talk more about the next point is diversification. The merge between these two companies will enhance diversification to customers as it will increase the range and choice of payment options to them, giving a push to customer satisfaction. The increased needs of customers to have multiple options is increasing. So with this merge, it's going to help United Bank of Africa to boost its options to customer in its way of trying to please or maintain customer satisfaction. There's also going to be growth from the partnering of these two companies, as UBA is going to be growing internally and externally and geographically, same as Cellulant. All of these benefits go to both companies. The more a company is growing, the more they're able to reach customers and the more profits they're able to make, especially when it has to do with the services, ranging of services to merchants and not just customers. Now, the next point is that there's going to be more strength for competition. The merge will also help both companies to meet top requirements to fight competition in the market, as it will expand their gross value of payment as they strive to deliver innovative digital solutions to customers. We all know that nowadays, there are some services that if a bank doesn't deliver, immediately there's a new bank offering those services, we run to the next bank. Yes, we can recount when EcoBank just entered Cameroon, everybody was, we are going to EcoBank, we're going to EcoBank. But nowadays, we know that the top leading banks are EcoBank and United Bank of Africa. Those are the top leading banks in Cameroon. So looking at the merge between UBA and Cellulant is going to give them more strength to fight their competitors. Now, there's also going to be geographical expansion, which has to do with them being able to move to other countries to gain more knowledge about how business is done in other places. And all of this geographical expansion is going to bring in more knowledge, which can be used to run these companies more better. Now, we're going to move forward to talk about the benefits of the partnership to dominance in the African market.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Your 8 minutes is over. Thank you. All right, Team 1, I hope you are taking notes from the brilliant presentation of Team 4. And Team 4, you can stop sharing your screen. If Team 1 hits you a big question on your benefits, you have content that you can respond. So improvise. Yes, Team 1, are you there? Team 4, stop sharing your screen, please.
Team 1, we are here.
We are here.
Team 4. Stop sharing your screen. All right, team one, go ahead. Share your screen.
Where is the share button?
So team four, you should be taking down notes and creating strong questions for team one. Team four,
Yes, actually, I'm trying to see the shared button. I can't find.
Are you using a phone or a laptop?
A laptop.
It should just be on your screen. Then you see, can you see chat, share, participant somewhere? You should see share your screen. You click there, you pick the window and then you share. Anybody else on the team, can you step in to share from your screen if you have it?
Let me see. Oh my God. Please, I think I will take it from here. Let me see if I can share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Your time starts now.
All right. Executive Alain, please, can you introduce our... Yes, thank you. Today, we, Team One, we're going to discuss on two companies, UBA and Cellular. We're going to look at the success stories of these two companies. We're going to look at the impact of partnership on both companies and the impact of partnership in domination of the African market. But first of all, I'd like to introduce to you my team. My CEO is Ankesi Bertrand, and I have our Secretary General Amin Ruth, and I have myself, the spokesperson Kuang Alain Gangse, and Asaba Linda, my assistant, Bono Yvette, Assistant Secretary, and we can then call for Ruth to continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go straight away. Our outline will run from the history of UBA to the impact of partnership in the domination of the African market. UBA started in 1949, that's 73 years ago, taking over the assets and liabilities of BFB. The bank has been providing corporate, commercial, SME to customers and personal banking services to more than 25 million customers served through diverse channels. They have over 1,000 business offices and customer touchpoints with over 2,669 ATMs, 87,223 POS, robust online banking, mobile banking, and social media. UBA have proven expertise and key capacity in sectors of economies across Africa, especially in the oil and gas, infrastructure, finance, agri and commodity export. It is a Nigerian Pan-African financial service group with headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria, and UBA has been seen to operate in 20 African countries. They equally have offices in London, Paris, and New York. UBA has as mission to be a role model for African businesses by creating superior value for all stakeholders, abiding by the utmost professional and ethical standards. They equally have a vision to be the undisputed leading and dominant financial service institution in Africa. Today, UBA is one of the most leading recognized banking brands to originate from sub-Saharan Africa. They provide services, as we can see, internet, mobile banking, wholesale banking, just to name a few. As the leading sub-Saharan African bank, UBA is one of the largest financial service groups on the African continent and is the first ever Nigerian bank to surpass 1 trillion naira balance sheet. It's the first ever successful merger in the Nigerian banking history, and UBA has provided superior financial services to small businesses, corporations, and government institutions and individuals globally for over the 7 decades. We move over to the success story of UBA. UBA created a messenger-powered digital assistant to help improve the customer journey of UBA groups by creating an automated messenger experience, which helped more than 270,000 customers open a new account and reduce call volume by 30%. UBA has been the world's best bank in Africa and Nigeria and 12 other subsidiaries in just 1 year. They opened the first dedicated MoneyGram location in Nigeria, introduced their first dual current debit card in Nigeria, and the first to introduce the Nigerian Government Bond Index in 2006. Now we are going to move to the history of Cellulant. The idea of creating a Pan-African payment company, Cellular, was born in 2001 by two young African men. The business was called Cellular, paying homage to the growing mobile network in Africa. They have as mission to create opportunities that accelerate economic growth for all Africa, and as vision to enable seamless payments for businesses, banks, and customers across Africa. It started by targeting through the Lipuka platform, the Ting app, and the Akrigore online platform. The Lipuka platform was launched in 2004, which collects, settles, and regulates payments in real time. Cellular serves banks, markets, mobile network operators, and local and international merchants. It equally digitizes payments for Africa's largest economies and connects buyers and sellers and other stakeholders, enabling them to make payments. We move on to the success story of Cellulant. Cellulant was established financial inclusion with systems like Lipuka, which has about 35 financial institutional partners, 2,000 businesses, and 13 million active customers that were reached. Now we are going to talk about the impact of partnership on both companies. Cellulant partnering UBA will create more cash, given that this partnership is an opportunity for both companies to collaborate and create maximum impact when it comes to changing lives, that is introducing smarter ways for people to make payments in Africa. The more they are creating, the more money they are making. It will give them new customers, like both companies will benefit from new customers, and their partnership will create opportunities to explore new markets in different countries in Africa. More business opportunities will be created, and they will create opportunity to further simplify payment experiences for business looking to collect online payments. They'll equally allow both companies to capture and do business with companies and operating online and offline. How will the impact UBA and the partnership of UBA and Cellular dominate the African market? It will help expand footprints across the 19 markets in Africa. It will help extend services for merchants and consumers. It will equally increase the possibility for merchants to seamlessly accept payments from a huge range of payment methods, bank, mobile money, and cards. Local and regional global businesses can now focus on the growth and expansion across Africa. It will accelerate the drive for financial inclusion and economic well-being of Africans on the continent. It will equally access the best talents, giving a competitive edge in the African market, whereby the partnership of these companies will give them a greater economic power that will lead to higher market share, more influence over customers, and a reduction of competitive threat. In most cases, bigger companies are harder to compete against. It will equally bring out the best talent skills, which are attracted to companies with big names. Merging of these companies will provide for possibility to recruit the best across Africa, which will lead to performance dominance in the African market. Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful presentation, team one. All right, please stop sharing your screen. All right, let's go to the battle itself. Team 4, you have been listening to team 1. Now you have the opportunity to take 2 minutes maximum and answer 3 questions straight while team 1 is taking down your questions. Team 4, go ahead.
Good afternoon, good evening once more, everybody. on behalf of my team, the question I would love to ask Team One is, in your presentation, you talked about the impact the partnership will have to, and you dwelled more on United Bank of Africa. I would love to ask, what impact will this partnership have on the part of Cellulant?
Thank you. Let me answer.
Do you have only one question? Please, when asking questions, ask all your 3 questions at once while they are taking down notes. If you are done, it means you are done Team 4.
No, my fellow colleague is going to continue with his own question.
Yes, ask immediately while they take down notes.
All right, good evening once more. On behalf of Team 4, we'll also like Team 1 presented on how they'll expand, and it will help to access and expand their powers. But on what are the criteria to which these 19 countries will be selected, and how is a criteria, and how is it the trend that will extend from there to other African countries, or these particular 19 countries have just been outlined by these two financial giants?
Do you have a 3rd question, or that's all?
3rd question, Dr. The 3rd question is, we have actually listed, and you listed, that UBA is in over 19 African countries. That's already, we can say that's a good reach for UBA. Now, for partnership doesn't only mean they are going to increase, they are going to have more clients, but as well, they are going to incur cost. So how then, they will need to be recruitment of more workers. They will need to incur other costs which they'll need to fund. So how then to think that we think that the benefits to
ask the question, please. Your time is up.
Yes, but I'm getting there. So how then will you treat that? How will you balance the disadvantages to the advantage, given the fact that there will be an increase in expenditure?
Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, Team 1, you have 3 minutes to respond to the questions.
Please, I want to answer the first question that they asked, talking about the fact that how would the partnership benefit Cellular. Okay, we talk about the fact that they are going to benefit from cash flow. And when we said it is for both partners, because when you are partners with the company, you have your partnership agreement, and it's based on the fact that the income that is coming in, there is a percentage in which both companies are going to benefit depending on the degree at which they are providing the value. So the benefit that we are talking about is going to benefit both Cellular and UBA, that is UBA.
Please, to throw more light on this, equally the both Cellular too, in as much as UBA will be gaining customers, Cellular too will be gaining customers through this partnership, as they'll be extending into different countries in the African market. It will equally give more business opportunities. So this the points we listed go both ways. It's not only for UBA, it goes both ways. It's equally for UBA and for Cellular. Thank you.
Next question.
I'll go right ahead to answer the 3rd question. When these companies sign partnership, it increases their capital. So they are going to gain more access to the African market. Given the fact that there'll be more recruitment, they'll have more funds. This partnership will generate more funds for them for the recruitments that they will have to do. So it's not actually gaining, they're going to instead gain more money. So going into into more markets will bring more funds. It's not going to be a disadvantage for either Cellular or UBA. Thank you.
Yeah, just to include that, when you are expanding in the market, it's because you have studied the market and you know that there are potential customers in that market. And because of the potential customers that they are going to be having, they will be able to meet up with the number of the workers that they are going to employ.
I want to add something to the answer, the question for the third question, which our counterpart asked about how to balance the cost incurred. These are two companies who are already existing and they have mastered their own areas. So when the two will join together, the customers from either side are going to keep growing, even as we're going to as this partnership is going to incur costs, but we're looking at the bigger picture of acquiring more customers, which will bring in more benefits and we can balance the cost. Thank you.
All right.
Second question.
Your time is up. Thank you. Your time is up to respond to your questions.
There's
All right.
One
Team one.
not answered.
Team one. Yes, that's why you need to learn how to manage your time and make sure each question is enough. You can take 1 minute per question and answer fluently. And that's one thing we're teaching you here. Know how to intelligently respond to business questions. If you're talking to an investor asks you a question, you need to always have ready response, impromptu quality response to convince the investor or a customer. And you have to intentionally learn that. All right. You have not answered the third question, you lose a mark. Simple. Team one, raise your 3 questions to team 4. Your time starts now. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll throw the first. Okay, go ahead. Please, can you go ahead?
Okay, I want to ask the first question. Based on my own services that I've used, the services that I've used here in Bamenda with UBA, they face a lot of challenges when it comes to transaction from Cameroon to Nigeria. The day that I go to UBA to transfer money from Cameroon to Nigeria, and they in a bank, they are sending me to go to a businessman to do that transaction because that services was not available for that moment. How are they going to do this if they want to dominate in the market, if they cannot even make those type of possible transactions that are easy?
Okay, I'll go straight away to ask the second question. Given that Cellulant is equally into digital marketing, digital banking, why does Team 4 think that Cellulant will not one day kick UBA out of the old system, that is the traditional system of banking? Thank you.
And let me ask the last question. Just to ask Team 4, if UBA is already thriving in the market and doing so well, why can't they focus on their own banking system? Why do they have to get into this partnership? Are they not already doing quite a lot? So why do you think that UBA cannot actually focus on its own banking system as of now?
Okay. Team 4, respond to the questions. 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. I will start by answering the last question that has just been asked, which is asking why UBA cannot focus on the traditional banking services. Now, the answer I will give is this. Nowadays, there have been involvement of many different banks. So now the traditional concept of banking, where we just collect people's money and you lend to them, that was the initial stuff that was done before. But now, since there are many banks, there have been many other sources of finances that have been brought forward, like the issue of issuing bonds and issuing corporate bonds. Now, in this case, banks want to maximize profit, make as much profit as possible to be able to pay the interest back to the customers. So what they do is they need to strategize and diversify the sources of income, like bringing in the issue of money transfer, which is going to give them more money, which is going to bring them more money that they can actually use to pay others and to pay customers. And then the next advantage to it is the fact that it gives them the opportunity to be able to expand. one of the things that we all know is that the richest, even the richest person on earth is still striving to make more money. So what I will say is that there is no limitation to how much gain we can make. As a businessman, you should focus more on making more opportunities that will give you more money, because tomorrow is blunt. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Executive. To answer the question one, where our fellow executives from the other panel said some basic transactions could not be done in between Cameroon and Nigeria. I think we see one of the main problems why we see one reason that most of those transactions usually delays because of network issue. Cellular is coming in using basic money transfer methods, online and offline, using mobile money, which is present in both countries. So I think these are the methods that UBA is lacking in, and they want this partnership so that where they are lapping or where they are lagging, Cellular will compensate. Yes, some of those transactions might not be possible or disturbing because of some network issues, but now Cellular is coming in with the online and offline methods, which will go a long way to complement this lagging section of the UBA bank. Thank you.
Okay.
And for the other question, I think Cellular, UBA will not be thinking that Cellular will kick them out of the market in the near future, because I think before coming in the partnership, there's something called a memorandum of understanding, where they'll have to sign the terms. And UBA and Cellular, the complementary financial institution, that even though they're somehow doing the same similar transactions, but they complement each other because there are some things that UBA is more advanced than Cellular, and Cellular is more advanced in this other.
Thank you.
It's true, they learn from each other, but they will have that understanding that one will not.
Thank you. Your time is up. Thank you for that. All right, well done, Team 4 and Team 1. That's, you guys raised the bar better than in the last Business Wars edition. Let us see what Team 2 and Team 5 will do. Let us see if they're going to step this up to another level. All right, Team 2, are you there? Team 2 members, are you there? Or we should consider you absent?
Good evening, we are there.
Yes, Team 2. Display
yes, sir.
Display a PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, your time starts now.
Okay. Good evening, Doctor. Good evening, dear executives. I am Full Genesis, the spokesperson of Business World Group 2. I will present to you the rest of my members, the CEO by name feed, the GM, Christian, Secretary, Executive Sama, Marketing Manager, Executive Body. We are on the case of UBA partner Cellular to expand footprint in 19 African markets. We'll start by talking about the history of UBA. UBA commenced operations in Africa since 1941 as British French Bank, BFB. It took over assets and liabilities of BFB and was incorporated as a limited liability company in 1961. Today, UBA, as we call it, United Bank for Africa, is a Nigerian Pan-African financial services group.
I don't leave that thing for fire enough. See the bone.
Yes, please continue. Please mute your mics when in a noisy environment, and if you are not talking. Vivian, mute your mic if you are not talking, please. Only one person should be talking. Yes, Genesis, go ahead.
UBA with subsidiaries in 20 African countries with offices in London, Paris, New York. UBA has over 70 years of providing banking operations with chairmanship of Tony Elumelum and CEO Kenneth Ozuka. UBA is listed as a commercial bank by the Central Bank of Nigeria. UBA has been a recipient of awards and recognitions for pioneering innovations in the African banking sector, with best banking awards and in 12 subsidiaries. UBA is the only sub-Saharan African bank with an office in the USA set up in 1984. UBA expanded its brand by acquiring Continental Trust Bank in 2006, acquired Trade Bank, which was under liquidation by the Central Bank of Nigeria at the time. UBA had another successful combined public offering rights issue in 2007 and made further acquisitions of 3 liquidated banks: Citibank, Metropolitan Bank, and African Express Bank. UBA also acquired Afri Invest UK, rebranding it UBA Africa UK, UBA Capital UK. The quest to build a strong domestic African brand intensified in 2008 when UBA made further acquisitions of 2 liquidated banks, Gulf Bank and Liberty Bank. UBA has recorded tremendous awards, change and transformation of the African banking system, and it is still doing a lot today in the banking sector. We're going to talk about Cellular. Okay. Cellular was founded in 2004, and it launched one of the first mobile content services in Kenya and Nigeria with a focus on music and news. The business grew to serve more than 8 million unique consumers over a period of 4 years, all of whom were consuming local music and news genres. Cellular is a Pan-African technology company providing digital payment solutions for every sector and real-time links to all things digital payment across Africa. Cellular powers and organizes Africa's marketplace by connecting buyers, sellers, and other critical stakeholders with an underlying payment solution that enables them to make, receive payments. Cellular in 2016 delivered the Liberia Agriculture Transformation Agenda that contributed to economic resilience and inclusivity. In the same year, Cellular had 350,000 farmers registered within 100 days and accessed $4.6 million US. In 2003, Cellular extended its services in Ghana together with Space Fund, a mobile provider in Ghana. Cellular partnered with Stanbic Bank alongside other achievements of Cellular, like the 100 award-winning project of Cellular. We're going to talk about the impact of partnership on both companies. The partnership of UBA and Cellular is going to bring a new market to both companies. This partnership provides a new market for UBA and Cellular and new or improved digital banking options open for UBA. Is going to improve in the sense of financial increase. Due to increase in customer base, UBA and Cellular are going to experience a change in their financial value, because the customers of UBA automatically become the customers of Cellular and vice versa. It goes a long way to increase overall yearly income of both companies. This partnership is going to ease operations, especially for UBA, which is a pure banking system linked to a digital or mobile money banking system. Bringing these two together is bringing together two financial systems to operate as one. This will also offer possibilities to buyers, sellers to receive news, to receive, view, and reconcile all payments via a single application programming interface API. The partnership will extend payment services for merchants, consumers across 19 key African countries in which UBA operates. The partnership will bring together Africa's fragmented payment ecosystem, ensuring Cellulant's payment gateway team is available to a vast number of members and consumers in each of these markets.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Your time is up. Thank you, Team 2. Your time is up. Thank you. Team 5, I hope you were taking down questions and taking down some notes and finding the gaps in their presentation so you can raise strong questions. All right, Team 5, your time is now. And Team 2, get ready to take down notes and, of course, prepare questions for Team 5. Yes, Team 5. Excellent. I can see your screen. Let's go.
Good evening, executives. Good evening, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. All Team 5 members were very active throughout the preparation for this, but the names I will give are those who went through every single bit of detail for this World Group session. And the names include Tambe Randolphet, Rose Winga, Toku Arole Darwin, Tambe Shalomin, Abba Kalisto Stabi. So our presenter for today, for Team 5, will be Toku Arole Darwin, who will guide us through. Darwin, please.
Yeah, good evening, executive. I will proceed with the presentation, and I'll start by talking about the history of UBA. UBA was created and founded in Nigeria in the 1949. It has a CEO, Kennedy Ozuka, and the founder, Tony Ilumela. UBA is presently in 20 different African countries, and it extends to the Europe and the United States of America. It's important to note that it's one of the largest financial service groups on the African continent, while providing corporate, commercial, consumers, and personal banking services to more than 25 million consumers. And this is done through diverse channels. UBA also offers pension custody and related services. They have proven expertise and capacity in key sectors of the economies across Africa. To continue the history of UBA, it is important to note that it is the leading sub-Saharan African banking with over 65 years of providing uninterrupted services. It has 20,000 employees, 1,000 branches, and is present in 20 African countries, with the headquarters being Lagos. UBA commenced operation in Africa as the British and French Limited. Now, UBA has as mission to be the role model from the African businesses by creating superior value for all the stakeholders, abiding by the utmost professional and ethical standard, and by building an enduring institution. The vision of UBA is to be the leader and the dominant financial institution in Africa. UBA has a lot of success story. We are just going to take some of them. UBA has won awards of the best bank in Africa, Nigeria, and other subsidiaries in 2021. He has launched the first Nigerian first cash deposit ATM. He has opened the first dedicated MoneyGram in Nigeria, introduced the first Visa dual currency debit card in Nigeria, and is the first ranked bank in Nigeria. talking about the history of Cellular. It's founded by Ken Joroge and Bolaji Akinboro. It was launched in 2004 in Kenya, and its headquarters is Nairobi. The name Cellular originates from the homage the company pays to the growing mobile phone presentation in Africa, also symbolizing the importance of a cell, which is the basic structural and functional unit of a living organism. Also, the company believes in the power of connection and togetherness. It sells banks, market, mobile network operator, and international merchants. You collect payment online and offline while allowing anyone to pay from the mobile phone. It is the first mobile wallet for most banks run with or without the internet connectivity. It delivered the Liberian agricultural transformation agenda that contributes to the economic resilience and inclusivity in 2016. It's the mobile money app and is very reliable, ensuring fast, secure, and cost-friendly payments. Cellular it aims at creating opportunities that will accelerate the economic growth for Africa, and its vision is to enable seamless payment for businesses, banks, and customers across Africa. So some of the selected success story of Cellular include they were the first to launch the mobile making solution, launched the first mobile wallet for most major banks running with or without internet, added services like agency, mobile money, banking transfer, expand to fully mobile loaded payment, launch mobile POS, rebrand agency mobile network, launch customers product. Also, Cellular has been able to expand fully to mobile loaded payment, relaunch a brand and converge of payments. Now, the impact of the partnership of Cellular and UBA goes as such. It will ease customer transaction and it will ensure fast rate customer services, thereby increasing the cost of the customers. It also accelerate the drive for financial inclusion and the economic well-being of Africans. The impact will also extend the market and the distribution center. It will ease the customer experience and the customer journey, thus increasing the number of positive feedbacks. This impact will open the possibility for merchants to seamlessly accept payments from a huge range of payment methods while managing all the back office processes in one place. The impact will ease the use of Mini, thereby attracting more customers. It will also increase the customer, thereby increasing the profit for both companies and increasing the visibility. How will this partnership dominate Africa? We have 3 points for that: the use and the non-use of internet. Thus, everywhere you go, you can do your transaction without stress. And the use of the application will permit the old, the illiterate, the literate, the young person to use it with ease. With simple code means no need of Android phones. Thus, customers at all levels, both rich or poor, can use it. Thanks for your keen and kind attention.
All right. Good. You guys respected your time. Okay. And I hope that Team 2 was listening to Team 5. Team 2, shoot your 3 questions. You have 2 minutes for the 3 questions. Time starts now.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Hello. Yeah, good
Remember,
evening.
you're supposed to ask all your 3 questions.
Emilia Mukoko is my name.
So you ask all 3 questions at once.
I have 1 question.
Yes. So I hope all the team members who have 3 questions are ready. When you ask and you're done, the next team member to take over all at once, and then you stop. Let us know when you're done. If you have wanted 2, it's okay. Let us know that you're done.
We are ready.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let me just go ahead with the question that I have for Team 4. In your opinion, what could be the major hurdle in the implementation of this partnership across the 19 countries?
We are
I'm
team
done with the
5, not
question.
team 4.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. The next question, please. Can I?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. I would like to ask, with respect to UBA being a heavyweight in the banking sector in Cameroon and how in Africa, and how large it is in value capital as compared to Cellular. I wish to ask what would be in case of loss of autonomy by Cellular, which may lead to future selling complications and lack of stability. How do you think it can be addressed in the partnership?
Please, can you take your question over? I said we didn't get it well.
Okay. I wish to talk on loss of autonomy in the part of Cellular, which at times is most of one of the disadvantages in business partnership. Looking at UBA being a heavyweight in the banking system and with capital, value capital, and years of experience. And I wish to ask, how do you think they will address a loss of autonomy on the part of Cellular, which may result to a future selling complications if they wish to sell the partnership, and also a lack of stability in the part of the Cellular.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, executives.
Yeah, we're getting.
Okay, please, I would like to ask this question to group 5 executives. UBA and Cellulant, these are all giant companies. And we know with the giant company, they have monopoly power. And these two companies are coming to partner. That means it will give them more monopoly power. And we know the disadvantages that accrue to monopoly. So why should we still, encourage them to partner?
Okay, thank you very much.
Team 5, go ahead with your responses. 3 minutes.
Okay, I'll start with the last question. Who says, why should we encourage them to partner? We are talking about business here. I don't think somebody will get up and go and partner with somebody while knowing he's going to make losses. When somebody partner is for profit. So if UBA and Cellular have decided to partner, they have studied everything. So they are going in for profit while measuring the risks. Let me say that way. It's true both of them have monopoly power, but the partnership is to increase their power on the African market. Actually, the aim of their partnership is to dominate the African market. Are you okay? Have I answered your question?
It's okay, just proceed.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll also touch this last question and also say something about loss of autonomy. I think to an extent, we are misunderstanding this kind of partnership. It's not a kind of business partnership where both companies actually just merge and come together. This kind of partnership is a partnership where a company is being available to offer a service that this other company will need. And this is beneficial to the customers of UBA as well as to Cellular. Meaning if Cellular is a payment platform, which means that a merchant who takes over this payment platform will make payments using UBA. So somebody who has a UBA card can actually make a payment in a store that is using the Cellular platform to make that payment using the UBA card. So this kind of partnership is not a partnership of monopoly power or a partnership where we can say at one point that one of the businesses, there's like a loss of autonomy, but it's the kind of partnership where merchants come in and then UBA now is using Cellular's payment platform so that the payments will be made easy for UBA customers. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Any last comments from from team 5? You still have 40 seconds. Okay, team 5, go ahead with your questions. Raise your questions to team 2.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Thank you. I will take the first question. Team 2, we're talking about a partnership between Cellular and UBA, and the aim of it is to dominate the African market. Dominating the African market means increasing the customers and increasing the customers. I remember if the last time I went to UBA for transaction, when you go there and you want to, let me say, cash out a huge amount of money, let's say 10 million, you can take like 5 hours there, especially in dollar. I don't know if it's same in other towns. That's how it is in dollar. Now, increasing the market and considering the aspect that time management is a very crucial aspect in marketing system. How are they going to manage that issue? How are they going to manage the issue of time management? Given that with the current customers they have issues of time management. Now that they want to increase their market, they want to increase the number of customers. How are they going to target the issue of time management? Thank you.
Okay, I'll come in with a second question. You did mention in your presentation that the overall income of both companies will increase. How is that going to happen? How would the income for Cellular increase, and how would that of UBA increase? Thank you.
Okay,
Also,
the third question is this. We understand Cellular and UBA are both financial institutions, and they are coming in as much as they're coming in for partnership, they also have a business to run and some money to make. How will these institutions manage traffic, and how will they differentiate their clients? Cellular being principally for payments, and UBA running the basics of the bank, that salary payments and savings and all of that. So how will these two institutions manage traffic and differentiate between their respective customers? Thank you.
Okay, team 2, go ahead and respond.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to respond to the first question that talks on time management.
Okay.
The question was, pretty long and somehow confusing, but what I gathered from it was how these companies can manage their time effectively. Now, I would like to explain here that partnership. One of the advantages of partnership is the employment. It's the employment of professionals, good professionals, because it breeds the employment of good professionals and good technicians. And in this particular case, Cellular too is a digital company. We should understand here that the world has gone Android, the world has gone digital. And so with the bringing in of professionals, they are going to bring up something that will help in managing time, such that people will, instead of standing on queues and collecting money or doing their transactions, they can use their phones and other devices to do their transactions. So it will not be like the traditional way where people used to stand on queues, but the professionals that will be employed, the power that these two companies have, even gives them the capacity of having more capital, more money to employ more professionals. And with the employment of these professionals, they will bring up devices that will reduce this queuing. This time management problem will be reduced. Thank you.
Hello. I wish to answer the second question. They talked of, you said, how will the partnership bring more cash to the two companies?
Yes.
We must remember that the two companies, they do have their strategies and different histories. I believe with the two companies working together, it's a possibility to easily bring in investors and a possibility on leveraging on both each of the other companies to able to borrow, because no business whatsoever goes without borrow. And in the case of also cost savings, I believe depending most on each on one party on expenses, they can leverage the expenses to reduce costs. Yes, that would be my answer, because it also permits them to bring into, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your time is up. Thank you.
I would like to throw more light on this.
Yes, you can keep general reservations for later. Let us maintain the time for the teams. All right. Team 3, are you there? Great work for team 2 and team 5. Right. Team 3 members, are you there? Okay, team 3, they're the ones entering the funny spot where any other member from any other team, you are permitted to listen to team 3 carefully and prepare questions for them, all the other team members. Listen to team 3. When it's their turn to ask questions, I'll ask you to raise up your hand, and I'll pick 3 people to ask team 3 questions. Team 3, are you ready?
Yes, Doc, we're ready.
Yes, go ahead. Share your screen. Your time starts.
Someone see the screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good evening once again, Doctor. Good evening, fellow executives. This is a presentation, Business World Team 3, and I will just briefly present the group members so that I will hand the floor to Executive who will be doing the presentation this evening. So we actually came together with this research. We have Executive Mecha Elvis, Executive Kennedy, member 5, Executive Javnyuy, who will be our presenter this evening. We have Executive Boris, who has been finding it difficult to join. I don't know if he has finally joined. We have Executive Kongnue and Executive Acho Kelly. So these are the people that actually did their best to put in this research piece together. Thank you very much. Over to you, Executive Javnyuy.
Good evening, Doctor. Good evening, fellow executives. I'll be the presenter of, I'm the presenter of Team 3. Into this business case, UBA partner Cellular to expand footprint in 19 African markets. Business for second edition. So I'll be going straight to the history and success story of UBA. I'll be presenting my executive. Kennedy shares the screen. All right, I'll start. History and success story of UBA. United Bank for Africa is a Nigerian Pan-African financial services group with headquarters in Lagos. It was incorporated on the 23rd of February 1961, following Nigeria's In 1970, UBA listed its shares on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and became the first Nigerian bank.
Somebody from Team 3 should take over who doesn't have internet issues. Nobody else can take over?
Okay, Doc, let me check from here. We actually have a bad connection from Kumbu as usual. And I think that I will continue from still on the success story. The Pan-African Financial Institution has in the past decade recorded numerous successes, amongst which are they have offered banking services to more than 21 million customers in 20 countries with over 1,000 offices, including New York and London, Paris. UBA has provided a low technically response service through whereby customers navigate easily to chat and get instant response to their transactions.
I'm sorry, I got kicked out by the network.
It's okay.
UBA had another successful combined policy offering rights issues in 2007 and made today UBA has subsidiaries in 20 African countries and offices in London, Paris, and New York. You can see other success stories on the slide. Moving straight to the history of Cellular and success story. Cellular is a leading Pan-African payment company that provides locally relevant and alternative payment methods for global, regional, and local merchants, for by Ken Chirongo and Bolaji Akimbo, that digitizes payments for Africa's largest economies by targeting regions where inclusion is restricted and ensures mobile money is through Lipuka platform. Mula, now known as platform, was launched in 2004. Mula, a consumer product, was launched in 6 African countries in 2017, and on 8 October 2019, Mula says to fast, secure, cost-friendly payment. Agricole was launched on September 20.
Can someone hear Executive Johnny? Cannot get him.
No.
I can't follow.
We're struggling to follow seamlessly because of the internet. Nobody else in your team is in the stable internet area. Only you two. Only you two and your team present at the moment.
Are struggling. They have been inboxing me that their own situation is actually worse. So
yes, Kennedy, just go ahead. I think you are more stable than Lauren.
Let me continue with the success story of Cellular. Cellular has provided.
I'm sorry for the network problem. The first network problem. Nobody.
Yeah, it's okay, Laurentine. Hold on. Let Kennedy present since his network is stable. That we can follow.
Okay, Cellular has provided and accelerated a digitized method of payment for businesses, promising a more connected Africa. It has successfully provided a contactless payment method, especially during the outcome of COVID-19, reducing the contagious ratio. We also have the Think Cellular mobile money app. It ensures access to fast, secure, and cost-friendly payments. So Agricole was launched on September 20, 2019. It aims to enhance sustainable agriculture and food system using digital tools. Agricole is a blockchain-based payment and online marketplace system for smallholder farmers created to tackle inefficient agricultural market. Users are able to make and receive and bank payments, save, borrow, and promote their businesses on the platform. So we have the impact of this partnership on both companies. It is an opportunity to further simplify the payment experience for businesses looking to collect payment online and offline, connect payment online and offline. So the aim of providing first-rate customer service to all their customers and to find out the best possible way to ease transactions will be attained. Will create account with UBA.
Round up in 1 minute.
Range of choices dispensable customers for use of their convenience. So with Cellular, on a part of the Cellular, it extends their unparalleled reach across the continent and gives merchants, the customers in their shared networks, the opportunity to enjoy streamlined digital payment services directly through their banks. Ting will also be available to a vast number of merchants and consumers in each of the 19 markets. Already over 15 billion US in gross value payments are processed by Cellular across shared market, and this partnership is scope to expand numerous significant number. We also have help both companies to dominate the agricultural market.
All right, thank you, team 3. Thank you, great work. All right, everybody, you must have listened to team 3. If you have a question for team 3, raise up your hand in the chat box. Let me see. You have a question for team 3, raise up your hand. Yes, Executive Callistus.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Doctor. Team 3, you spoke about the success story of Cellular. I wish to ask this question. Which peculiarity does Cellular have to dominate the African market? That's my question.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else with a question for team 3? Yes, Clinton, go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask team 3. UBA has footprint in 20 African countries and Cellular has in other countries. So in this come together, which countries are they going to prioritize? Are they going to prioritize? It's particular in 19 countries where this come together will be. Are they going to prioritize more countries that have Cellular or more countries that have UBA? Thank you.
Okay, last question, Executive Emilia.
Yeah, my question to team 3 is this. Since Cellular is already a giant, in your opinion, is the partnership with UBA necessary since they can sell their services to other operators like Access Bank or EcoBank? So is it really necessary for them to partner with UBA?
Okay, very intelligent questions. Yes, team 3, go ahead and respond to the question.
Okay, good evening. Let me respond to the questions. Due to network orders, they are struggling to get in. So with respect to the question that the Executive Callistus asked, so that which particular which priority does Cellular have to dominate the market? So you know, many critics think that when companies partner together, there is always this tendency that one will usurp the other. But it is going to be done on a paper, on a terms. They are working on a terms. So the terms are going to work the way spelled, so much such that the Cellular, since they are going to interchange or interconnect a merchant services, it is going to actually give a green light to the companies, so much such that going to actually be having priorities. Perhaps the priority that they may have might only be positive because it is actually good. The client will access their services from all other 19 countries that the UBA are already existing in. So I don't know if I've been able to target your question. So with the second question that Executive Clinton asked, that which country will UBA prioritize since they're already a giant? I think any good business person, his aim is to get a bigger market share. So a giant as you have rightly mentioned. So a company as UBA that we know, we cannot say that since it is partnering with Cellular, it is going to, or he will say that she will prioritize and then forsake some countries. As many countries as they are paint in the ox blood colors, they are going to actually be making more profit, and that is the objective of every business, which all of us know. So I think they are not going to actually be setting priorities with respect to what your question as what you've been directing your question to. So the last question, the executive is the last question on partnership, whether it's the partnership a necessity since they are all giant companies. It is believed that yes, the reason why we are also here in this platform is for us to network. Any business venture that want to go to reach, to get to another level in this generation, you must always make sure that you build synergy. You must always make sure that you partner. So the partnership, it is going to actually access the market more than each of the companies can do on its own, even despite the fact that they are already giant companies in the market, striving in the market. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And of course, thank you everybody for your presentation so far. Now let us go to general comments. I want to focus first on, tell me, how was the experience going through this exercise? Personally, how was it for you personally? What did you learn? What were you challenged to do? I want to get comments from about 3 or 4 executives, and we are good to go. Yes, Laurentine, tell us, what was the feedback for you?
Personally, when I heard of Cellulant, I really had no idea. I knew nothing about Cellulant, and those I even tried reaching out to, because I always like to have a general overview, like to get other people's idea before I go now to search, like get a knowledge about something before going to search. When I asked majority of people, many people don't know about Cellulant. So, but when I went on their platform and I saw everything, I was really amazed to know that something like this is going on in the world. I had little no idea about this thing. It was not also easy to work with my team members, because some people will be present today, they'll not be present tomorrow. You organize meetings, people will not attend, and then you ask people to share their points and they will not share. And like right now, we do not have enough like people that could stand in case of network issues, and we should not do proper presentation due to network also, because network has been disturbing this morning. So generally, it was a great experience. Though it was a great experience. I came to know about many things. I came to know about Cellular and more about UBA. Thank you.
Awesome, beautiful. And of course, that is the beauty of the Mini-MBA program, exposing you to new information. You learn about new businesses, how they operate, new business models, and all of that. And that is, one of the best ways to advance in life is to expose yourself to new perspectives, new ways of doing things, learn what others are doing, and it challenges you to become better as a professional. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Arol, go ahead.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm really grateful for the topic chosen. It was a very good experience. I learned a lot. I thought I knew so much about UBA until I went in for this assignment. I discovered there were so many things about UBA I had no idea of. So many things, and it goes same with Cellular. I had no idea. It was my first time to hear about Cellular, and I can really say I've learned something new. Now, concerning the challenges, it was not really easy to get the impact. The impact of the partnership, it was not an easy thing to get those points. So we really went deep, and even to work with the team members, everybody is busy. So those are some of the few challenges we faced. But in overall, it was a very good experience. Thank you once more.
Awesome, awesome. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Good, 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 good. Yes, Executive Kuwon.
Yes, why I was studying with my team about UBA and Cellular, as a business consultant, I look at UBA like a very smart company because UBA already a big giant in the market, like the question Executive Emilia asked, and a couple of other executives has asked questions geared towards that same view.
Yeah.
UBA is a giant company, and they are able to foresee their potential competitors in years to come, probably 5 to 10 years, and they foresee Cellular. And the only way they can counteract that before it happens is that they have to forge for a merge with them. And that's really a smart move. As for me, as if they were to ask me how good, if they had to put some banks together and ask me how good do you see the marketing plan or the sustainability plan for UBA, I would say they are really smart.
Yeah. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Very intelligent. Yes, Executive Renee.
Thank you, Doc. And I'm very happy that finally I've been able to connect to the class after several trials. Yes, Doc, I am very, 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 very pleased with what I've discovered with the Business World Group 4. I've been able to discover that Africa can also create an impact in the world with UBA having the age of 83, about 83 years old, and having branches in Paris, America, and other European countries. Tells us young entrepreneurs that we can last, we can go far, we can grow, we should not give up. And secondly, I also grabbed that it doesn't matter that maybe a bigger bank is existing. From that bigger bank, you can come up with something smaller that perhaps maybe that bigger infrastructure, that bigger institution is not offering to the public. And that is what I saw with Cellular. Cellular did not fold their arms. The people founded it. They look at some lapses in that big institution that has been existing for years and came up with something unique. And this unique something is kind of threatening the UBA and the other big banks, and they are kind of trying to, associate, partner with Cellular. Those are the things I could grab. Doc.
Okay, all right. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Executive Emilia.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
Yeah, I was really edified doing that assignment because like the other executives mentioned, I had no idea about Cellulant, and I had no idea about UBA partnering with Cellulant. So that was one thing I learned, and I was really quite, how do I say, amazed at the services that Cellulant offers. So I've really been edified. I've really been edified going through the researches and, reading about all, how they used to say the palmarès of UBA and the palmarès of Cellulant. I think they've really come a long way, and they're leaving a footprint for other companies in the sector.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Very true. Yes, Executive Clinton.
All right, thank you, Doc. Thank you, fellow executive. Yes, the what really stood out for me is because I'm from the public health sector, so this actually made me to read further into something that is not really in my field. So I got to learn what Cellular is all about for my first time, and even this come together between Cellular and UBA for my first time. What I tried to analyze was, from what my fellow executive said before, UBA trying to deal with competition. It just came to my mind Express Union and mobile money.
Yeah.
And to me, it was just a similar situation. UBA foresee that Cellular is going into mobile money, online, offline, and it could be a potential competitor in the future. And so they decided to come together.
Absolutely.
And for Cellular, and also, I want to also, something I try to develop from there is that it's not good to be afraid to start something, given that others have gone far. Because UBA started since, and then Cellular started in 2004. They didn't shy back, saying that no, there are other giants that have already gone far. They started something, and today the giants are trying to meet up with them. So these are the two things I try to analyze from.
All right, very true. Very true. All right, thank you so much. I see the other hands. Let me, we give conclusions that will run out on time. Now, very good work so far, everybody. I mean, all the teams, you have performed better than the last time. That's the fact. You have performed better. The quality of your content, your research, your engagement, how some of you spoke more confident, more engaged, more charismatic, even how you ask questions much better. I'm seeing that growth. That is incredible. And just to add, many of you mentioned about monopoly a lot in your argument, and that's a business principle that was not really in play for the two companies. None of the companies are monopolies. In simple terms, when you mention monopoly, you are basically saying that there's total absence of competition. So there's no monopoly in the mobile payment network in Africa. There's no monopoly in the banking sector. There's Access Bank. There is GT Bank. GT Bank now, Access Bank even, I think. There is Eco Bank. There is Affluent Bank and all of that. So there's no monopoly. Same for the mobile payment. There's Flutterwave and Stripe and other payment systems across Africa that operate almost like Cellular. So there is no monopoly because there's a lot of competition. And one thing that you need to also learn is that businesses have different business models. Many of you were tempted to bring in competition in looking at a partnership as if UBA is competing with Cellular. No, they are not competitors. Cellular's business model is to enhance banking. So UBA needs Cellular's technology to be able to perform better in that kind of mobile telephone banking. They're not really competing. You can call them like a good platform, a good company that builds mobile technology, that builds payment platform technology so that other banks can use. If you research further, you must have learned that Cellular is in partnership with other banks too. Did you notice that? They're in partnership with several other banks. So they facilitate banking. They provide technology for other banks to use to do that. So you need to understand that if you look at their products, they have products for merchants and products for banks. So they are not in competition with any bank. They are just there to facilitate the banking services, to enable banks to have access to technology that they themselves cannot build, but they have the expertise to build, especially in the area of mobile banking and so on. Okay. Good. I wanted to make that clarification so we understand. So when you're also analyzing businesses, try to understand the business model that exists among the two businesses. In all, great work, absolute work, everybody. Super amazing. Let me share the results in the text in the chat box so we can see who is the winning team. Right, results are out. Let us see who is the winning team. But all of you have performed way, way better than the last time. And of course, that is good work. And I think the team that has won this time was not the team that won last time. So that's good. So it means there's a lot of competition going on. People are working hard, playing their game. Well done so far. Great work so far. It was a very tight competition, you know, very, very tight. There were a lot of things were much different than the last time. Okay, so I expect the winners of this edition goes to Team 1. Team 1 are the winners of this particular business wars. Please, I need the team leader or whoever is that group, please forward me the names of all the active members who performed actively in the competition or in the preparation to this winning, so that we prepare the award-winning certificate. And I've mentioned several times how you can add this, proudly add this in your portfolio, proudly add this in the CV. It is, sometimes people want to know you beyond your academic qualifications. So what else are you good at? Are you a winner? Are you a champion? Do you have a champion mentality? And you only portray that by showing proof that, you were part of a team that won something, and it was a serious competition. Okay. All right, everybody. That is so good. Excellent work. As I said earlier, the next business was information coming, but we're talking about a global business problem. Edition 1 was a Cameroon business. Edition 2 was an African business problem. Edition 3, we're looking at the global business problem. Get ready for it. And of course, be ready to challenge yourself and dig deep. Edition number 3 is not for babies. If you are not willing to work hard, your team will come like number 0.01. So be willing, be ready to go the extra mile so this can go places. All right, congratulations, everybody. Great work. See you on Tuesday.
Okay, I have a question, please.
Yes, one question. Let's go.
Yes, my question is, when I look at the marks, I want to ask about team collaboration. What is expected of us in team collaboration?
Team collaboration is how, number one, of course, we need to get how all the team members participated in the session. Number two, we're looking at how the various, like if you're asking questions, for example, are the questions being asked by more than one person? That's one thing. The third way is how they respond to questions. Very important. And then we also look at the quality of presentation, how the team presents. For example, a team that more than one person do the presentation, they have a better chance of succeeding at collaboration, actually. So, but a team that, it's a decision that the team can make. A team that only one person presents throughout, okay, it's your decision. So we're looking at any team that involves more people as much as possible and in a very coordinated manner. That's what we're looking at. Efficient manner, of course, not wasting time, not say, oh, go ahead. Like, for example, I need a team to, during the quiz, these are things that you should plan on your own, not me telling you. We need you guys to think further. For example, during questions, you can plan behind the scenes, okay, when it comes to, when the other team is presenting, you can ask 3 people from your team. So, okay, these 3 people are responsible for listening carefully and jotting down questions to ask. For example, so that you are very coordinated, so you have a plan, so you can do that. All right, everybody, thank you. I'm going to jump to the next meeting. See you, and I'll be dropping the next business world information right after this. So pay attention on the group. And the team that I just want, please, the team leader forward me the names of active participants immediately right now, so that somebody can perfect the certificate and I send it to the group. Aside of that, great work, everybody. Cheers.
Il y a un problème.
I'm not happy with this results.